Bonjour! So, how is your French class going to work online? Please be mindful that online classes are not easy to take or to prepare. Be patient with yourself and your instructor. Class lesson on Zoom. Here is the plan. We are going to do classes that are synchronous. It means that we will have interactive lessons on Zoom each day. Because the class is too big for everyone to participate enough, I'm splitting the class in two, Group 1 and Group 2. Each group will meet for an hour and 10 minutes on Zoom on the days scheduled for the class. If you have problems with technology, the class sessions will be recorded, so the students' interactions and my comments will be available in a video format on Canvas no matter what. But it matters that you try to do the interactive session with the class every day. How does Zoom work? Important note, you might want to open Zoom on your computer with Google Chrome or Firefox. Safari won't probably work. So this is how an invitation to join our class meeting on Zoom will look like. With a computer, you will be able to see the PowerPoint and interact when you copy the URL the professor posted on the homepage of Canvas. This is the same URL for each session on Zoom. And this is how an invitation to join our class meeting will look like with a phone. Please sign in for free in the app Zoom Cloud Meetings. In your Safari page, copy the URL and enter the Zoom ID meeting that you can find on the Canvas homepage. And then the phone will prompt you to open the session from your app. Internet connection and network. You might have problems connecting to the class session, seeing the PowerPoints on the screen, or interacting with the class if you have bad internet connection or network provider. Try to anticipate and to make sure you have good internet connection wherever you are. On campus, but doesn't apply, the connection is pretty bad, but try to be in an area where the connection is good. Class decorum on Zoom. Make sure you're in a space where you can listen, read, and answer questions without interruption. Find a quiet nook at home or at work. Try to not be in transit or walking around. Have the proper material ready, pen and paper to take notes, proper headphones, silence the phone if you're using your computer. Class decor on Zoom. Wear appropriate clothes and set your background. Wear what you would to go to class. Watch out for inappropriate objects in your background. If you feel self-conscious about your background, there's a way on Zoom to change it and put a virtual one. Make sure your microphone is off unless you're asked to answer. When you have a question, type in the chat, "J'ai une question," or the question mark in the chat. Don't try to speak and interrupt the conversation if you can. Wait to ask questions on Canvas or other things not linked to the lesson on Zoom for before or after the Zoom lesson. It's really annoying when someone asks a random question about deadlines right in the middle of the lesson. So when you're entering the conference call on Zoom, you'll see this new window. Please click on the green button, Join with Computer Audio, to activate your microphone. Your video might already be on. You should keep your camera for this hour and 10 minutes on Zoom with your professor. It helps you focus and it's also nicer for your professor. The main icons to work with. So to your left, you have the microphone. You'll be able to mute and unmute to communicate and give answers. Here on this slide, the microphone is muted. You can see the red bar. The next icon on the left is the video. Click on this icon to manage the camera. Here, the video is off. For our Zoom session, it's better to have it on. And continue towards the right, kind of in the middle, participants. This will allow you to see who is in the class session with you. It also comes with fun features, and we'll see that on the next slide. And then to your right, this is the chat. This will allow you to provide written comments, questions, or answers. So this is what your screen looks like when you click on Participants. So let's take a closer look at the features of the participant window. So you have the raised hand. So your professor will use this one when she takes attendance at the beginning of the lesson, and you will use it to volunteer to answer. Then the professor will ask you to unmute or mute your microphone. Yes, no. Your professor might ask to see if you're following and if you understand or have more questions. This is a quick way to answer. And then below, the chat box. As you can see, your chat box will also open right under the participants. Use it if you have a question to ask or to ask to go slower or to repeat. Watch out, be patient. Your professor might not see everyone's comment or question at the same time. Don't click all the buttons at once. So during the Zoom session, I will share the PowerPoint with you and ask you questions like I do in class. Sometimes I'll ask specific students to answer with a spoken reply. You'll unmute your microphone, or a written one, and you'll type in the chat, like on the slide. All right, you're done here. Go back to Canvas, Modules, to find more information about the class.